Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. 2x negative 2 times x negative 7 equals to 2 times x negative a the whole square negative b. In the equation above, a and b are constants. If the equation is true for all real values of x, what is the values of b? Okay, here we have to find the value of b in the given equation. Okay, now let me take the given equation as it is. It is 2x negative 2 times x negative 7 equals to 2 times x negative a the whole square negative b. Okay, here let's do some simplification both sides of this equation. Here on the left side, we can multiply these two binomials using the FOIL method. Okay, now let me multiply the first terms. That is 2x times x is 2x square. Now let me multiply the outer terms. 2x times negative 7, that is negative 14x. Now let me multiply the inner terms. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Now let me multiply the last terms. Negative 2 times negative 7 is positive 14. Okay, here 2 times we can write this x negative a the whole square as x negative a times x negative a. That is, I have written this x negative a 2 times and multiply them because we have exponent 2 for this x negative a. We can write this negative b at last as it is. Okay, here 2x square, we can combine the like terms over here. That is, we can combine negative 14x and negative 2x over here. Then we get negative 16x positive 14 equals to 2 times. We can multiply these two binomials using the FOIL method. That is, x times x is x square and x times negative a is negative ax, and here negative a times x is negative ax. Negative a times negative a will be positive a square negative b. Now we can write the stuff on the left side as it is. That is 2x square and negative 16x positive 14 equals to 2 times x square. Here we can combine the like terms, negative 1ax, negative 1ax. When I combine them, I am getting negative 2ax positive a square negative b. Okay, here 2x square negative 16x positive 14. Now we can distribute this 2 to this x square, 2ax and a square. Then we get 2 times x square is 2x square. 2 times negative 2ax is negative 4ax, and 2 times positive a square is positive 2a square negative b. Okay, that's all the simplification we can do on both sides of this equation. Here now we have a quadratic expression on the left side and quadratic expression on the right side. Since the two quadratic expressions are equal, the coefficients of like terms must be equal. Here the coefficient of x square on the left side is 2, the coefficient of x square on the right side is also 2. The coefficient of x on the left side is negative 16, the coefficient of x on the right side is negative 4a. So this negative 16 and this negative 4a must be equal. And the constant term on the left side is positive 14, and the constant term on the right side is 2a square negative b. So this positive 14 and this 2a square negative b must be equal. Let me write it. Okay, here our aim is to get the value of b. So we have the constant b in this equation. If I want to get the value of b in this equation, I must be knowing the value of the constant a. So what can we do? We can solve for a in this equation. So for that, we have to divide both sides of this equation by negative 4. When I do so, this negative 4 will cancel out. Negative will cancel out. When I divide 16 by 4, I am getting 4 over here. On the right side, we have a. Okay, here I got the value of a. Now we can plug in this 4 for a over here and solve for b in this equation. Let me do it. That is 14 equals to 2 times 4 square negative b. Okay, 14 equals to, the value of 4 square is 16. 16 times 2 is 32 negative b. Let me subtract 32 from both sides of this equation. When I do so, this positive 32, negative 32 will cancel out. When I combine positive 14 and negative 32, I am getting negative 18 equals to, on the right side, we have negative b. Okay, here I have to make this negative b as positive b. For that, we have to multiply both sides of this equation by negative 1. When I multiply this negative 18 by negative 1, I am getting positive 18. When I multiply this negative b by negative 1, I am just getting b. Okay, here I got the value of the constant b, that is 18.